about
Kevin, when did you get back last night from the Walk for Life?
Yeah, we got in about 7:30. Yeah.
Last night, you tired?
Yeah. Well,
Tell us about it. I mean, the
yeah.
pictures. I saw the pictures of you interviewing Cardinal O'Malley of the Archdiocese of Boston,
Yeah.
and so many of the young people down there. What was it like?
Well, first of all, when you're down there and you see the amount of work that it takes, I was very impressed with the Archdiocese of Boston, Father Matt Williams, Danielle Olson, their whole team there. This was close to 1,000 people that were there to coordinate that whole thing. They had like 14, 15 buses, and it was just amazing.
That's the most ever, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. So they all gathered at the Shrine of the Sacred Heart, and you know, it's funny because Cardinal O'Malley was talking in his homily about how he was stationed at this church when he was in Washington, and the pastor now was in his youth group when he was there.
Really?
Yeah, so it was very impressive. They had a little rally to begin, and then they went right into the Mass, and then everybody picked up their lunches downstairs and got in the buses. They all traveled down. They met at the Washington Monument there. And
Is that you dancing?
that was me dancing. My daughter actually was in the middle school group from Blessed Sacrament. So she was
There's Father
there,
Matt
too,
Williams?
yeah. So they huge group from Boston, and they waited to join in on the march. It's quite a you know, it's quite an undertaking too for closing off the section that they do right in Washington, D.C. to get this march going. But
A little more cooperative weather, shall we say. this year,
yes,
too.
yeah, it's very, very wonderful actually. I've been down there when it's really cold, but it was a great opportunity to the Cardinal, as you see, is going on. A lot of people stopping him, wanted to talk to him and take pictures with him as well. But hundreds of thousands of people, it's just an incredible sight. And this year, I know Father Matt wanted the Boston group, because you know, you get down there, there's hundreds of thousands of people, and people tend to break up a little bit, but they did a really good job of keeping the whole Boston group together. And they had things that they were doing along the march, singing songs and chanting and things like that. He called them the marching orders. Everybody had like a little script that they would do. Every like 15 minutes they were doing something different. So it was a great experience, wonderful weather, and a great you know, statement on pro-life movement right there.
Let me ask you a second about your daughter, Emily, being down there. Was this her first trip there?
Yes, yeah,
So
no.
what was her experience?
She's still there.
Is she still there?
Yeah. So she was having a wonderful time. It was a wonderful experience for her. We've seen more of the Boston group here, but you know, it's great. They incorporate the spiritual aspect. You know, they have reflections when they come back from doing this, and she said, I talked to her last night. They got back from the whole march. They come back. They reflect on it a little bit. They have like little groups, and she's really just having a wonderful time. So it's, you know, it's a pilgrimage basically.
And this is also building a culture of life, particularly among young people, so that they can pass on that message of the gospel of life to others as they grow older, perhaps get married, have families of their own, or a vocation to the priesthood or religious life. They can become advocates for life as well, right?
Yeah, and you know, when I was talking to the Cardinal, you know, that's what he's saying too. They can do a lot of things legislatively, and you know, sort of you know, going to their legislators to try and push this through, but it's a matter of changing hearts too, and seeing something like this, this many people every year, you know, eventually work on changing people's hearts and turning them to the.
It seems to be growing too.
It is, yeah. I think that was one of the biggest crowds there this time around, and just in our group here in the Archdiocese of Boston, every year it gets bigger and bigger. And the youth too. I talked to the Cardinal about that too. You know, it's becoming more of a youth oriented thing too, and that's wonderful to see that they are bringing that. You know, back to their homes, like you were saying, Father, back to the communities and parishes. And
he gave, by the way, a fantastic homily. I mean, classic Cardinal Sean O'Malley, you know, humorous, pointed, emotional at times, and very passionate, as he would be, of course, for the cause of life, the dignity and defense of life.
Yeah, it's amazing for me still that these people give up of their busy days, and someone like, I'm thinking of Emily now. Emily had to pay to go down there.
Yeah.
And a lot of these younger people, a little older than Emily, but have given up their own. They'll work and then they decide to pay so they can go down there and support life. which is great. And then there's, you know, older guys like you who are dancing. I love that. I didn't know that was in there.
Me either.
So when are we going to see the piece, though? So you've got a lot of interviews and
Chaz did a
things.
great job filming it. And we're gonna, put a piece together for This Is the Day for Tuesday coming.
Well,
up.
welcome back.
Well, thank you.
You're going to try to catch up on some sleep this weekend? Or
I hope so.
With 2 kids, it's probably going to be a hard thing to do.
Yeah. No,
Good luck.
it's good.
Good
Thank
luck to you.
Thank